Greetings everyone, I'm Zach, and this is my fourth time trying to record this, because I suck at recording reviews. A lot. But anyway, that's beside the point. Yesterday I got a chance to see the first ever premiere episode of the highly anticipated Star Wars Rebels, and I know a lot of feelings towards this cartoon have been kind of split down the middle, considering that the Clone Wars got cancelled, and I know we all love the Clone Wars. I do especially like the last two seasons, because they were probably my favorite out of the whole series, but that's beside the point. I'm gonna say this right now, this first episode, in the entirety of 40 minutes, I would practically want to say that it's probably better than the Clone Wars. Now hear me out. I know, again, Clone Wars, we all love it, but I want to just say this. This episode, in the 40 minutes that it has, it feels like Star Wars. This is like, I really do believe this. This feels like, it feels like the original trilogy, and it doesn't have the stench of the prequels. I'm not saying I hate the prequels. I have a love and hate relationship. I'm just between those movies. But, anyways, this feels like the original trilogy, and that's great, because I don't think we've had really a Star Wars cartoon that felt like the original trilogy. And I think this is a good sort of midway segue point to from the Clone Wars to maybe the original trilogy. I mean, we know this series is in canon as well as Star Wars The Clone Wars, because the whole, Disney canceling out the rest of the Star Wars canon, but that's another story for another day. But anyway, guys, this episode was great. The action was great, the story was great, the pacing was pretty decent, and the characters, I love them. I love Ezra, Zeb, Hera, Kanan, Sabine, and I forgot what the villain's name was. Agent Callus. Agent Callus, yeah, that was the villain for this episode. But we also got a little sneak peek at the Inquisitor at the very end, which the Inquisitor, by the way, looks pretty badass. Now, there's also been some rumors that this show could potentially have some sort of connection to Episode 7. And considering what we've been hearing about possible, the Sith Inquisitors being in Episode 7, or whatever else that could be in Episode 7, I have no idea, but it's been rumored that this show will have some sort of connection to Episode 7, and honestly, I think I believe it. I mean, there could be some sort of connection to it. Maybe the Inquisitors will have some sort of connection into the movie. I mean, maybe we'll see the Inquisitor, not sure what his real name is, but he looks like his species is a pound. I mean, I think that pound, I don't know, I have to brush up on my Star Wars aliens thing a little bit, because I forgot most of them. But anyways, nonetheless, the episode was great, and it basically starts off with Ezra being picked up by Kanan during a sort of a smuggling run for weapons, and from then on, it's basically sort of like a hightail space adventure. I mean, Ezra ends up going with the guys, with Kanan and his team. They end up bringing some weapons to some space pirate, who I assume we're going to be seeing again, because from what I've been seeing of the toy merchandise and such, he's in there, so he's probably going to be showing up later on in the series. And they also end up eventually saving some Wookiees, but not until after they save Ezra, who Ezra gets captured by Agent Callus. They save Ezra, and then they go and save some Wookiees, where Kanan Jarrus literally goes out, I'm not even kidding here, he goes out in front of this, mass of stormtroopers that are shooting at him, puts together his lightsaber, and just activates it, and that's pretty much when the whole secret of him being a Jedi is pretty much outed right there. So, yeah, they pretty much, just put themselves out there like a big bullseye to the Empire, so there's no way they're going to be able to shake that off, because the Empire, well, pretty much knows there's a Jedi around. And for some reason, Agent Callus thinks that Ezra is his apprentice, when Ezra is not his apprentice, at least not till the very end, where Ezra agrees to go with the guys after saving the Wookiees, and, they kind of start to bond together. And I want to say this right now, Ezra, I swear, looks like a Star Wars version of Aladdin. Hell, they even call him a street rat at one point in this episode. I'm not sure if Zeb calls him that, or I think Agent Callus was the one that called him that. Now, the only minor complaint I have is that when they're saving the Wookiees themselves, I'm trying to find the right word here, but the Wookiees kind of look a little weird. I'm not saying they look bad, but I don't know, for me personally, I kind of got used to the Clone Wars look of the Wookiees, because, well, Chewbacca looked pretty awesome in that episode he was in with Ahsoka and such. But in this episode, the Wookiees look a little, maybe I want to say a little too cartoony, maybe a little plastic or something, I'm not sure. But they're not bad. I mean, they're good renditions of the Wookiees. I mean, I don't know, maybe they could have been tuned up just a little bit. I mean, they do look, all I'm saying is they do look a little off. But not bad, mind you. They still look good. Nonetheless, guys, I love this episode. It was great. It was wonderful. It felt like Star Wars. It was fun. It was probably the most fun I've had in a cartoon, and I know I said earlier this is probably better than the Clone Wars. I'm not saying I hate the Clone Wars. I love the Clone Wars. I've seen all the episodes from beginning to end, but you know, something about this show just feels... It feels more like Star Wars. I'm not saying the Clone Wars didn't feel like Star Wars, but they felt more like the prequels of Star Wars. This feels more like the original Star Wars. You know, the Star Wars we all were introduced to, the one we all grew up loving and just wanting to watch over and over again because it's just so fun and awesome. But anyways, that's enough of me fanboying. Comment below what your guys' thoughts are. Did you get a chance to see the episode? What did you think of it? Did you like Ezra, Zeb, Kanan, or any of the other characters? Who was your favorite character? Did you like this episode? Did you not like it? Comment below what your guys' thoughts are. And let me know what you guys are hoping to see in the future episodes of Star Wars Rebels, and are you going to continue watching it? I know I am, so I'm probably going to continue watching it, and if I'm lucky, I'll probably continue reviewing it. Hopefully I can get recordings done in just one sitting instead of just having to record them over and over again, because, like I said, I suck at recording. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you guys around. Be sure to subscribe to the Hybrid Network, and also don't forget to subscribe to the Hybrid Sound Network. Actually, I think it's called Hybrid Sound, but nonetheless, they need a subscriber count, so go give it to them. They deserve the praise. So, anyway, once again, I'm Zach, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.